Request you all to sit back, have that feeling of relaxation. If possible, have your hands on your lap, uncross them. If possible, feet on the ground, flat. And take a deep breath. And take another deep breath. And then another. And as you do so, close your eyes. That's right. Close your eyes and let your mind and body relax. And we have all the capability to relax ourselves. And we know that, don't we? We can relax our muscles very good. We can make a fist whenever we want. And when we do that, we put our muscles in tension. And when we take it out of tension, we simply relax it, loosen limb. And we can do it with any part, all the parts, all the muscles of our body. And that's what we want to do. That's right. If you allow yourself to do that, you would. So take the tension out. And one of the most easy way to do so is to bring a part to tension and then relax it. So maybe put your neck to a bit of tension and then relax it. Put your shoulders to a tension and relax it. Put your back and your chest to some tension and relax it. So your stomach and your lower back to tension and relax it. And your thighs and your calves and your hands and your feet as you relax them. Slowly and easily, dreaming and drifting, listening to the sound of my voice. As the relaxation moves deeper, you may hear everything around you. You may drift into a different thought train. But your subconscious is going to listen. It's going to listen to the sound of my voice because you really want to install that voice of authority inside your head, which is going to tell you all the good things, which will give you all the change that you ever wanted in life the way you want it, always and now. That's right. Perfect. Take a deep breath in. Let you breathe out with a sigh, deeper and deeper. With every breath you take, every beat of your heart, relax. Let go. Guided by the sound of my voice, and we all know that the topic is about voices, important voices. Voices that run our lives, direct our future, that's right. Now I'm betting that there was a time in your life perhaps many, many years ago, maybe even before you can consciously remember, maybe sometime later. Take your time, we have all the time. Or it could be maybe even recently, when you had a certain someone in your life, someone maybe trusted, someone that you believed, someone who could take you under the wing and show you something that was really true. Maybe it was a parent or a relative. That's right. Maybe it was a coach or a sibling. But whoever this person was, they represented what was true, what was nourishing and nurturing. Someone who could speak in a way that you would always trust. If you would believe, you would always believe in them and what they told you. And if they told you that the moon was made of green cheese, well, I may not even question it all. Not question it at all. And I want you to remember that person, and I want you to remember that voice. And I'll give you a moment to cycle all the voices that you have and just fix on to the voice, this person's voice. Remember that voice as this person speaks to you. I want you to hear that voice inside, noticing where that voice comes from. And as you listen to the voice, turn up the volume. Turn up the volume and just keep turning it up. Listening to it talk to you. Listening to it speak to you. To tell you things that are only the very best things about you. voice that you can always trust, a voice that you can always believe. The voice that gives you really good advice. A voice that speaks 10 times louder than any other voice. And as you listen to this voice, you can hear him speaking, talking to you, tell you all the things you want to be or to have that makes you good, feel good. Anything and everything it tells you would make you feel good about who you are, the life you lead, and all the steps you took to get here. And you can begin to realize that from this moment, yes, you realize that's right, that from this moment on, no matter where you go, from this moment on, no matter what you do, from this moment, no matter where you go, what you do, this voice will go with you. This voice will guide you. This voice will support you. This voice will guide you, speak to you, aspire you in ways that are most warm. And it would always give you the very best advice possible in every situation, in every circumstance. To tell you the very best of everything. Hear that voice, even getting louder, drowning everything else around you. Or maybe you would like to just adjust to something comfortable. That's up to you and your subconscious mind. Do that. Because in every circumstances, it'll give you the very best perspective to take on any action or activity, past, present, or future, any memory, any idea, any thought. Because we all have a voice, we need to trust. I have a voice like that. And as that voice sinks deeper and deeper and deeper, still making its home in the very deepest, most powerful part of your mind, you can hear the volume increase as all other voices drain away, lose their power, flow into reverse. This voice of authority within you, the voice that gives you the very best instructions. That's right. This is the voice that gives you the very best instructions, the very best advice. Yes, the best of the best, the very best. The voice of love, acceptance, wisdom, inner guidance. This is the voice of outer action. And all I want you to do is just take a few moments and just listen. Listen to all the powerful, all the wonderful things, all the true things this voice has to tell you. Louder and louder, over and over again, telling you all the very best things about you. That's right. All I want you to do is to take just a few moments and just listen to all the wonderful things, all the true things this voice has to tell you. Louder and louder, over and over again, telling you all the very best things about you. That's right. All I want you to do is just listen to all the wonderful things, all the true things this voice has to tell you. Louder and louder, over and over, and over again, telling you all the very best things about you. Voice that you can always trust. And when you know you got it, see yourself, feel yourself floating up out of your physical body, higher and higher, and still higher, and still higher. Until you are in that space beyond time. You are in that space and you can look down at your physical body and you can look down and see that close line, and you can see 2 points, a line going out of your body, and these 2 points, one at each end are your timeline. And as you go higher and higher, and higher still, you can notice that there are 2 points of light, one at the ending point of your timeline, while the other is at the very, very beginning, right before you go to conceive, right before you took on a body. That's right. Now you can begin to travel backwards towards that point. Towards that point of light, passing through that point before you took on the body, before you were conceived, and finding yourself in an amazing place, a place that looks a lot like outer space. It's dark, and at the same time there are lights everywhere. But it's different in all the right ways. It's not cold and empty like space would be. It's warm and it feels safe. Yes, that's right. It feels safe, nurturing and nourishing, loving. That's right. And as you look around, you notice what look like stars. And you realize something, that you are in a place beyond time, place beyond space, a place from which you own consciousness, the spark of divine that would become you, has always existed, and you will one day return. A place where what you can imagine, a place where potential for everything exists, a place we call eternity. And in this place, the place beyond and before time and space, you had, yes, you, that's right, you had complete access to everything. You had everything you ever will be, and everything you can imagine you can become. And so as you float in the space, you want to notice one particular point. That one particular point that calls your attention, almost like it recognizes you. You know, many times when we experience the kind of welcoming, it's like a puppy dog. When you come home, a hard day at work, and that puppy dog knows you're coming home, and he starts here. Really excited as you begin to move towards that point. And that one point of light recognizes and then sees you beginning to beg. You get exciting, almost it's welcoming. And as you're becoming one the source of all light, the source of all that you think may be inside, connecting in that spark of divinity. Why don't they take on a body, one day become the person that you, in this room physically, but in this place beyond time, beyond space, everything can change. And when you are fully merged with that spark, fully in your center, as the Soviet psychologist would call it, touching that spark of consciousness, which is the same value as every other spark that has ever existed or will exist. In this place, I want you to listen to that voice. Yes, that voice telling that spark everything that you would ever need to know. That's right. I'll give you a moment so that I want you to listen to that voice telling that spark everything that you would ever need to know, understand, to accept. The events and situations and circumstances of coming to life, to understand them, to survive them, thrive, having all the foreknowledge, having all the wisdom, all that loving, nurturing, and supporting, and something else, absolute acceptance, protection, forgiveness, understanding, wisdom of all. And now it begins to install itself. And informing that spark of consciousness that will one day, and when you know you've got, when you know that spark has everything it will ever need to be better than, okay, when you know that spark has everything to take all the information and apply it in a very best possible way, feel that spark beginning to move through the womb of eternity, passing through the light, your body, and hear that voice speaking, teaching, guiding. That's right. Hear the same voice of authority. Hear that voice speaking, teaching, guiding, loving, nurturing. Every chromosome, every gene, feel those cells merging and splitting. That's right. Feel those cells merging and splitting to cells becoming. As that voice gets louder and louder, stronger and stronger, more persuasive of all your DNA, all of your cells, installing and replicating that information over and over, so that no matter what happened, it goes beyond you to the level of your genes, and beyond you have everything you need to know. Everything you need instinctively, intuitively, logically, and through it all, there's the voice that guides you, teaches you, inspires you, keeps you on the right track. How? It's a very best perspective and the best roads to take, how to interpret situations and circumstances. So that don't make your life better, to make it best. The voice also tells you, teaches you how to let things go in the right way, ourselves. We'll one day, every day, fully growing, evolving faster and faster. And at some point, you reach that stage where it's time to emerge to birth, the process of coming into the world, bringing all the accepting, this wisdom and the guidance, and for knowledge as you move through. First, you're noticing how the events of your life you experience shift and change. Because this voice is teaching you, explaining things to you. That's right. The life that you lived would change. Because this guy, this voice, is all knowing and guiding you, accepting his wisdom. As you move through your first years, noticing how all the events of your life, your experiences shift and change. Because this voice teaching explains things to you, telling you exactly what you most want, what we need to hear to become the person, the universe, and it becomes one with you. And as you move forward, second year, third year, fourth year, picking up speed, moving faster and faster through your entire timeline, noticing how all the events in your life shift and change. And because the person experiencing them was already different, already aware, already prepared with new resources, new perspectives, new ideas, and beliefs, because the voice gave you what you most needed to them. The voice is with loving you, supporting you, nourishing you from the very beginning, before the time began, through all the days, weeks, months, and years of your life, 20, 30, and beyond. And through it all the way back to that one point, turning back to that spark of consciousness, bringing all that information with you within the realization that one thing that was true through it all along, always accepted, always protected, and you'll never ever alone. And you see yourself moving from that point all the way through gestation, all the way. That's right. 1, 5, 10, 15, 20, not once but twice, all the way into the future and beyond, years and years, beyond back. To the womb, over hundreds of time at the speed of thought until you know it's all different. You know it's all different, everything has changed. And when you know you've got, you know yourself emerge, coming back to the present moment, fully integrating your body, and see how different. As you listen inside, you can hear there's only a voice that speaks 10 times louder. And there's either a voice that tells you only the very best things about you, a voice you can always trust, the voice you can always believe. You're always little, always acceptable. When you know you've got, allow yourself fully from the state, noticing how the voice drum out every other voice, how this voice drums out every other voice, and it becomes louder and louder, telling you only the very best. That's right. It's with you forever now. And in a moment, not right now, but in a moment, I'll count from 1 to 5. And with every count, this voice would be integrating deep inside you. 1, till your heart beats, till your lungs breathe. This voice is now integrated with you with all the knowledge, all the wisdom that you've got from the divine consciousness and spark. 2, it will always give you the best perspective, the very best, always positive, always encouraging. 3, in every possible situation, 3 or more solutions to every possible problem that you can face. 4. As you come back, as all the sensations come back, realize it is the voice inside your head. And 5, take a deep breath, taking your own time. You can open your eyes when you want. That's right. And as and when you come back, I would love to hear from you.